Peace, hello, welcome, and happy Sunday to yous. Let's see if these are charged up enough to get them back in here. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. So far, so good. So thank you so much to my loyal subscribers. I am so glad to be back here with another message for you on this beautiful Sunday. The last few weeks' messages have been... Anyway, I have them for you, so you should see them soon. But it's been a little tricky. So, we're going to be doing a message for today. And I will be on TikTok doing live donated readings. So come check me out over there if you'd like. And as usual, if these messages resonate, or if you would like to send a donation or tip, my Cash App and Venmo are always open, and I'm always receiving them with joy and gratitude. So today we're working with Aset, the Great Mother, the Goddess Isis. And so we are using the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild, Sacred Symbols Oracle by Marcella Kroll, obviously, 3rd edition, I think. And I can't remember what this deck is, but it is so powerful, so potent, and a really cute one to use for Pride because there's a lot of inclusivity. So let's get into it. I will have all the decks listed on my Insta, by the way, and in the description. Okay. So the first card that we got here was Safe Travel. Ooh, excuse me. The first card that we got was Safe Travel. So if you're contemplating a big move, a vacation, a road trip, or even just going somewhere today, it's showing that this is like very much on your mind and that this is a safe thing for you to do. I feel like for some of you, this can be traveling somewhere that you haven't been before, and maybe there's a lot of completely normal and sort of expected fear or uncertainty, but it's really important to go beyond your comfort zone, to put yourself out of, you know, the usual, the mundane, and learn how to expand your horizons. So if you're wondering about travel, this is for you. Also, straight out the bat, 3 of these cards here from the Oracle deck are like all bright green. So this is very much also about your heart space energy, healing that heart chakra, moving forward and following where your heart wants you to go. It's really important that you listen to your heart at this time, because your heart is putting you on the right path, which is to say, like, you know, logically there might be, you know, little doubts, fears and stuff. Follow your heart really, really, really at this time, okay? Because our next card is Lucky. And so this is showing, this is showing that, you know, your spirit team very much has your back, and that you're going to be entering a period of your life where you're going to start to see so many good things happen quickly, one right after the other, that you're going to be saying literally like, oh, lucky me, I'm so lucky. But also people are going to be looking at you feeling like, oh, this person's lucky, how did they get to do this, how did they get to do that? No, the reason that you have these blessings coming in is because you have done the work, you have done the spiritual homework, you have done the physical homework. So don't let that energy stop you. It's really important to enjoy your blessings no matter what else is going on around you. It's important to be grateful, to embody that energy, and the wind's picking up. Yes. The 3rd card we have here is Transmute. And this is actually really, really important, because as we become lucky, as we have more eyes on us, as we're in the spotlight, as we have good opportunities, we always have a lot of negativity that comes with it hand in hand, right? It's undeniable, it's unstoppable. But I like to say it like this, like, do you think that Beyonce is going like on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, and reading all the people who are like, Beyonce is not really representing Black people because she's Italian? Like, she definitely probably reads some of them, but she doesn't allow that to get, like, actually perfect. Let's continue talking about Beyonce. Look what she did. The CMA Country Awards, they booed her. They were so racist. They shut her down. And then she released Cowboy Carter, which has revolutionized everything. Music, country, life. Me. The point is, like, when people are sending you negative energy, you don't always have to also like ignore it or push aside. You can transmute that. You can take that and turn that into something better and for your benefit. Sometimes people are saying negative things to you because of their jealousy, because they don't know how you did it. And it's important for you to understand that you are the alchemist of your own life, and you get to choose how energy sent at you is directed. And energy is energy, right? Energy does not die. Energy does not disappear. It can only, change form. This is your opportunity to transmute some big energy and turn it into more bucks, more blessings, more beauty. Okay? Work on that. I see that you probably are working on that or will work on that because you have grounded. You have grounded. And this is the energy of, like, in the sea of your emotions, in the sea of the world, actually knowing where you stand, actually not feeling lost, actually understanding what it is that you're supposed to do, your path, your purpose, your own blessings. And in order to do that, you really have to understand your own energy, but you also have to understand your own blessings, but you also have to understand how to keep your own emotional self balanced and how to maintain your position, right? What does the ship on an anchor do? The ship on an anchor really holds us in place when there's big storms, when the boat's rocking, whatever the case may be. The ship is not going to get off course or capsize when the anchor has been put down. And it's really beautiful that the grounded card is that anchor, because, and not a card of like trees or roots necessarily, because in this moment, what it's speaking about is having that emotional fortitude, right? What is that saying? For the visionaries, first they, mock you, they humiliate you, then they wonder how you did it, then they praise you, then they try to copy you or whatever. It's like, it's really important that you're emotionally standing on business, because, the negativity could be something that goes deep, the doubt could be something that goes deep. But if you know what you're meant to do, where you're meant to go, or what your vision is, then it's for you to bring into this reality. So don't forget that. Okay, so the tarot cards. We have the King of Cups. Okay, the King of Cups is here to show that you have the emotional groundedness to do what you have to do. Very much affirming and continuing what we were just talking about with that grounded card. The King of Cups is here to show that it's like you're being crowned. It's like you've passed the lessons, you've passed the tests, you have done what you need to do, and now you're really sitting in a position of power. And so with that, also make sure that you're being intentional about what you say yes to, what you do, how you interact with people, because even if you don't see it yet or feel it yet, you're somebody who's in a position of great emotional power, which is to say that you can heal, but you can also wound with your words, with your actions, with your presence. Okay, so don't underestimate your own strength at this time, because people look up to you in a way that I think you don't actually even understand or see. You are valued and you are in a very powerful position. This is also the energy of water sign men, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So that could be someone connected to you, somebody that's interested in your life, somebody that's working with you, a romantic connection, a family connection. That can also indicate like a fatherhood connection, right? Which makes sense because it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to all the dads, the eldest daughters, the single moms, okay, the caretakers. Because the King of Cups is somebody that nurtures, that is kind, okay? Next we have the Two of Swords. So I feel like the screen is so darker than it should be. There we go. Next we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords shows that, like, you actually know, like, on a lot of levels, like, what you're supposed to do. You know what your gifts are, you know what your vision is, but you're a little bit like, well, I'm waiting for someone to start the timer and tell me to go. But it's like, babe, like, there's no timer. Like, you just have to get up and go. The thing about, being on your own artistic or spiritual path or whatever is that sometimes the path in front of you just looks like a bunch of trees, because the path is waiting for you to make the path, for you to be the light, for you to be the person to initiate change, and other people can follow you and other people can see you and be inspired by what you did. So if you're all the time waiting, okay, well, when do I go? Looking around, babe, people are looking at you. What are you looking around for? Like, like, what are you looking at? It's really important to trust your intuition and be moving forward in the ways that make sense for your own path, for your own journey. Not to copy somebody else, not to be taking people's advice who've never done what you did before, but to be just taking the energy that you feel and moving. Next, we have two aces, which is so lovely and affirming. First, we have the ace of swords, and then we have the ace of wands. The ace of wands is a very juicy card. So the ace of swords and the ace of wands show you very much taking action on your creative endeavors, right? Exactly, just confirmation of what I was just saying. Very much taking your ideas and visions and just moving forward, and not really stopping to look to your left, to look to your right, to see who's keeping up, to see who agrees with it, to see who supports your approach, but really just saying, like, I know what I'm supposed to do, and then doing it. And it's really, really, really important. I want to just like highlight and think of some people who actually have pretty questionable characters, so I'm sorry to reference them, but these are the people who I think of. When you think of like Walt Disney, right? Walt Disney wasn't just like, okay, I'm gonna draw some pictures on paper. Walt Disney, had this vision, had this mission, and he kept going and kept going and kept going, to the point where he created an empire so big that it changed the world and changed generations. And he even said, okay, well, even in my death, I'm going to have control over that. I'm going to freeze myself. And one day you guys are going to figure out cryogenesis like Mr. Freeze and Batman, and you're going to bring me back. Now, do people think that's crazy? Sure. Is it? Who knows? Who cares? The point is, he lived his life by taking the action on those visions and on that energy in a way that is still successful, lucrative, sustainable. Again, it's not that I'm trying to promote Disney. It's just the energy of like, all of us have such big ideas, such a big vision, such a big mission in this life, but so many times we're limited because of things like this, self-doubt or wondering if it's our time. Of course it's your time. If you needed to understand that, of course it's your time. And just to take it further, I'm actually going to read you directly from the book what Isis's card is today, because I feel like those words can be very helpful to someone. Let me see. And if you're still with us, you can go ahead and leave a comment with a little sunflower. I would really appreciate it. And let me know how you're doing today. Okay, so